I must say I used to get calls behind the curtain and say, please accommodate bathtub. कैसे भी कर. She's like a family member now. If I need something, I call her for even petty reasons. Even like I want to buy this for my.
Some people like me are people who go out and say, Shreya, this is not good or whatever.
When you are dealing especially with residences, it's important that you understand your client, you understand their likes and dislikes. Hi, my name is Shreya and we are here at the Matri Residence in Andheri today, and with me I have my very lovely couple client Piyansh and Nishita, and we are together going to run down the memory lane to see how we crafted this beautiful home.
I think our first interaction with Shreya was probably, first I'll just give a background, we met her through my brother, and we had seen her work as well at their residence and their office as well. So he said, she's a very good friend and you should consider her. So that's what probably I think the first time I met her was at our home.
Yeah.
For definitely doing the house, renovating our house. And the first impression I had of her was she's very warm. She has a sharp mind in that sense and she has a very acute sense of design. When I first met her, this was my first impression of her. Yes.
Firstly, as he mentioned earlier, our bhaiya recommended her, and we connected very quickly when we met her for the first time. And I guess even the age factor played a real major role because it's easy to connect with the thought process like we wanted actually. She got it very quickly, and at the same time she gave us such innovative ideas, and we were very happy with it.
We bought the house in 2016 and we got married, we bought the house in 2015, I'm sorry. And then this house took a backseat. We were chilling for a year and a half, and suddenly my dad announced a date where this is when the house puja will happen and this is the deadline. So what happened was that we had to get the house done in a hurry in about a month's time, and there were a lot of things which happened and it was unfinished in a way. So that's why I want to actually get those things rectified. And secondly, we wanted to actually extend our balcony and change our bathroom as well. That's why I said we'll take it all together and go for renovating our house. I am a person who can't envision things, but I see like the overall picture. When I come here, it feels much more soothing. Earlier it was
a little gaudy, to be honest.
जो पहले था बना हुआ, it was dated. It seemed dated, and now it feels like a nice, modern, soothing home.
I would say, I guess you made a friend, and she's like a family member now. Like we don't have to. If I need something, I call her for even petty reasons. Like I want to buy this for my house, what to do, and And even when she comes, she comes in with so much warmth and love. So I would say overall experience, it was. I guess
I'll tell you
different opinions of different.
So in a house where there are 4 people with very strong opinions, everyone has a strong opinion here. Some are subdued in speaking out and speak out, through Shreya at times. And some people like me are people who go out and say, Shreya, this is not good or whatever, So to manage expectations of 4 people and then, coming out with all of them being happy is a task in itself. It's a huge task, and she managed that brilliantly.
I think firstly you need to be patient as a designer, because when you are dealing especially with residences, it's important that you understand your client, you understand their likes and dislikes and their quirks. And when you start addressing them on personal level, it's usually you'll find them coming to consensus, which is what we achieved here. So for example, the wall that you see here behind was the longest contemplated wall, whether it was with design, whether it was with color, whether it was with the light, everything that we see, and the painting, and the size of the painting. So everything that was to adorn a particular wall, to have a contemporary feel to it, to have a feel that would last us for next 5, 10, 15 years. And at the same time, matching the aesthetics of it being a traditional space too was a task. And then to get all of them together, it took us a while, but I think what we achieved is beautiful. Alright, so this wall initially was an onyx wall. Of course, one of the best materials that you have, but I think application went wrong there. And we knew that from everyone, we understood that the wall needs to look lighter. It needs to look breathable. And of course, we had Nishita, who wanted a piece of art, and Piyansh, who wanted an absolutely modern wall, and we have their mom, who wanted something that was a little more Indian. And that's when we started picking up elements from each of these pieces that we are talking about. We did about 8 to 9 reiterations of design to actually come to a point where we had elements of everybody's liking in space, because everybody was very sure of what they want on the wall. And finally we achieved this in terms of the framework of design. But the task didn't end there. We had to make sure what material we are using. We had to make sure whether these discs are actually 3D, whether they are inlaid, whether they are coming out in multiple levels. And that also took I think we did a bit of mock-up to understand how that looks on wall for everyone to vibe with it. We had about 5-6 shades of colors that we had put here. And in the morning I would get, oh, this color looks amazing. By evening, no, this is not that good. So I think we must have patched this wall at least 5-6 times to ultimately you know what, let's just go ahead with this color. And in case this doesn't look good, which I was sure it will, we'd redo it. And I'm glad we didn't have to redo it. But yeah, that's how we achieved. I mean, this is just one example, but such process was repeated, I think, potentially everywhere. I think a bathroom which they wanted me to design was a very tiny little bathroom where they wanted a bathtub. No. So
where we wanted a bathtub.
My
Piyansh
and my father-in-law wanted a bathtub, and mommy and I were against it. Like, no, there's not going to be a bathtub in this bathroom. You want to just sort of bigger, nice bathroom. It looks like grand.
So in this entire house, like I said, there were things which were missing. So Dad had this wish. Dad had no input throughout this.
Yeah.
He wants this or he wants that. He said, I have made the house. I am done. You do whatever you want. If you can accommodate one bathtub, please do so. And मुझे लगा कि यार एक ही चीज मांगी है और मुझे seemed like a nice thing to have. A bathtub is something that you want in a house.
Yeah.
So I
said, no, I used to get calls behind the curtain. They said, please accommodate bathtub. कैसे भी करके. And I'm like, oh my god, this is wish versus functionality. Like what problems that Nishita and the ladies in the house would come up with were absolutely practical problems, but we had to find a solution. But she honestly found a very good solution.
Eventually, we won.
No, but now the bathroom really looks nice, and I don't know about everybody, but I use the bathroom. Okay, so the person who didn't want a bathtub uses a bathtub. That's a testimony of a good design cracked right there.
Actually, the difficult part, the most is bathroom. Because that was very, actually, we could not visualize how it will look. So when it was made, it's the best thing I think she has done. And the upper hall, which was like, it was there, but nobody could use it. So now it is very usable, and they are chilling there from my kids. No more parties here. The parties are up there now.
So I must add this, that she spoke about upper hall, and we had a specific requirement that the hall needs to be almost like a card room.
Yes.
Because I'm still waiting for my card invitation, by the way. But this is a family that loves playing card, I think, almost every day, if not more. And we had to make sure that it's usable for friends to watch movies. It is usable for cousins when they come and play cards together. And I remember meeting the common link that we have and asked, oh, how did you like the living room? I didn't even go there. We were chilling upstairs. I said, hello. Point is,
that the room that was underutilized, I'm so happy to know that people don't want to step out of it anymore. So I think that's a thank you for
She has she has worked at Delhi, also my brother's place. So I had seen her work. So like it was very comfortable, and I felt like family with her. So even I could say anything, okay, I didn't like this, or like I like this, or I want this. So that was the best part. And of course she is very warm, like she is not like family now.
Interior designers who have met or dealt with sometimes try and assert their own design sense, which probably the guy or some people are not comfortable with, because this happened in the past where we were unsure and said, "Nahin, this is what it is." So that's why Shreya was not like that, and which seems like a great thing to have, to be honest. To accommodate all of us and see that all of us are happy with the whole thing. And also one important thing, to be honest, is there was no assertion to use her vendors or some sort. She was absolutely comfortable dealing with our vendors as well, the way she was happy to actually provide her vendors as well. So I mean that also gave us a lot of comfort, because sometimes we have some vendors whom we are comfortable with, and usually in the past what I have seen is they don't get well along with other interiors. But she's absolutely a gem when dealing with our vendors, all of her vendors as well. So which is a great thing to have, to be honest.
And I just want to add one point to it. The most important thing I feel is that she gave us a lot of time, which is really required in any kind of project, and with a very smiley face all the time. Like as mentioned earlier, we had so much difference of opinion. There were breaks in between due to various reasons, but yeah, it took us 6 months. But whatever said and done, we are very happy with the work.
Thank you so much. And I think it's been a two-way street here. It can never be just one person contributing. So I must definitely add that it's been an absolute pleasure to be working with the entire family, with the opinions, and yet, I mean, the banters that we've had, the lunches and dinners that we've done together. I think definitely, I think we started out as clients, we'll be definitely a family.